It is 66 million years ago. The sun has not yet risen. The world is dark, hot, and alive with sounds you have never heard. And somewhere in what will one day become the state of Montana, something is sleeping. Something enormous. Something that weighs as much as a school bus. Something with a mouth full of 60 teeth, each one the size of a banana. Today you are going to follow it, from the moment it opens its eyes to the moment it closes them again. This is a day in the life of a T-Rex. Dawn breaks over the Cretaceous world. The sky turns orange and purple, colors that no human eye has ever seen in person. The air is thick, warm, full of the smell of wet plants and mud. And there, lying on its side in a shallow valley, is our T-Rex. Scientists believe T-Rex slept lying down, just like a giant bird, because that is exactly what it was. A bird. The largest, most terrifying bird that ever lived. It weighs about 8 tons. That is heavier than 2 elephants stacked on top of each other. Its body is covered in rough, scaly skin, with small patches of feathers around its head and neck. And right now, it is snoring, literally. Scientists believe large dinosaurs made low rumbling sounds even in their sleep, vibrations you would feel in your chest before you ever heard them. Then something changes. A sound, distant, the crack of a branch somewhere in the forest. One eye opens, just one. It is bright yellow, the size of a football, and it can see better than an eagle. The T-Rex does not move yet. It just listens. Its ears, hidden beneath the skin on the sides of its massive skull, are tuned to low frequencies. It can hear things moving from over a kilometer away. After 30 seconds of absolute stillness, it decides the sound is nothing, and slowly, it begins to get up. Now here is something nobody tells you about T-Rex. Standing up was hard. Its arms, those tiny, almost comically small arms, were completely useless for pushing off the ground. Instead, it used its massive tail as a counterweight, rocking its body forward and using the pure power of its legs to push itself upright. It took effort. It took time. But when it finally stood, the ground shook. The T-Rex is hungry. It is always hungry. An animal this size needs to eat around 40 kilograms of meat every single day just to survive. That is like eating 160 hamburgers every single day. It raises its enormous head and sniffs the air. Its sense of smell is extraordinary. Scientists know this because the part of the T-Rex brain responsible for smell, called the olfactory bulb, was massive. Larger than almost any other dinosaur. It could smell blood from miles away. And right now, it smells something. It begins to walk. And here is something that surprises most people. T-Rex was not fast. Movies show it chasing jeeps and sprinting through jungles. But the science tells a different story. Researchers estimate T-Rex walked at about 4 to 5 kilometers per hour, about the speed of a fast human walk. If it tried to run, really run, the impact on its legs would have been so enormous it risked breaking its own bones. So instead of sprinting, it was patient. It moved through the forest slowly, deliberately, like a giant shadow drifting between the trees. The trees in this world are not like the trees you know. There are no grass fields. The world smells different, sweeter in some places, rotting in others. The T-Rex pushes through a wall of giant ferns and stops. Ahead of it, in a clearing near a wide, slow river, is a herd of Edmontosaurus, duck-billed dinosaurs, plant-eaters, about the size of a large horse. There are perhaps 30 of them, grazing slowly, completely unaware. The T-Rex does not charge. It watches. Scientists believe T-Rex was an ambush predator, using patience and cover to get as close as possible before striking. It takes one slow step forward, then another. Its footsteps are almost silent for something so massive. It walks on its toes like a cat, distributing its weight carefully. It is getting closer. 20 meters, 15, 10, and then one of the Edmontosaurus looks up. Their eyes meet. For one frozen second, nothing moves. Then, chaos. The herd explodes. 30 Edmontosaurus scatter in every direction, bellowing in panic, their heavy bodies crashing through the undergrowth. The T-Rex lunges, not at the whole herd, at one. A younger one, slightly slower than the rest, running along the edge of the riverbank. The T-Rex closes the gap in seconds, its jaws open wide, and we need to talk about those jaws for a moment. T-Rex did not just bite its prey, it destroyed it. Scientists have measured the bite force of T-Rex and found it was the most powerful bite of any land animal that ever lived. Somewhere between 35,000 and 57,000 newtons of force. To give you a comparison, a great white shark bites with about 18,000 newtons. T-Rex was more than 3 times stronger, and its teeth were not designed to slice like a knife. They were designed to crush, to bite through bone completely. Scientists have found T-Rex bite marks going straight through the bones of its prey. Not around them, through them. It bites down on the Edmontosaurus once. That is enough. The struggle lasts less than 30 seconds, and then the T-Rex is alone by the river with its meal in the quiet morning. It eats slowly, methodically, tearing away enormous chunks of meat with a sideways twist of its head because its arms cannot hold food. Everything is done with the mouth and the neck. It will spend the next hour here eating. Nearby, smaller dinosaurs wait at a safe distance. Smaller predators, scavengers, even some early birds, tiny feathered creatures that would eventually survive what the T-Rex would not. They wait for the scraps. They always wait for the scraps. By midday, the T-Rex has eaten its fill. And now it does something that surprises people. It rests. Large predators spend a huge portion of their day doing almost nothing. Lions sleep 20 hours a day. Crocodiles can go weeks without moving. The T-Rex finds a shaded area near the tree line, lowers itself slowly to the ground, and lies still. But its eyes stay open. The Cretaceous world is not a safe place even for the apex predator. Other T-Rexes are the main threat. Territory disputes between adults could be fatal. Scientists have found T-Rex bones with bite marks from other T-Rexes, healed over, meaning the animal survived the attack. Life, even at the top, was violent. As it rests, let us look at the world around it. The sky above is full of pterosaurs, flying reptiles with wingspans up to 10 meters, circling on warm air currents. The river nearby is home to enormous crocodilians, ancestors of modern crocodiles that even a T-Rex would avoid if it could. In the trees, small furry mammals scurry silently. They are tiny, timid, completely unremarkable. Nobody watching this scene would ever guess that those tiny, trembling mammals in the trees would one day rule the entire planet. But that is a story for another day. In the afternoon, the T-Rex rises again. Something has changed. There is a smell on the wind. Another T-Rex. It is moving through the territory. The scent is strong and close. Our T-Rex raises its head and produces a sound. Not a roar. Scientists now believe T-Rex probably could not roar the way movies show. Instead, it likely made deep, booming sounds, almost like a massive drum, by forcing air through closed lips. A sound you would feel more than hear. A sound that says, "I am here. This is mine. Leave." Silence from the other direction. Then a response, another boom, closer than expected. Our T-Rex begins to move toward the sound. This is dangerous. These confrontations sometimes ended in death. But backing down meant losing territory, and lost territory meant less food. Less food meant death anyway. The two animals emerge from the tree line and see each other across a flat, muddy plain. Both are enormous. Both are scarred from previous battles. Our T-Rex has a healed gash along its jaw, an old wound from years ago. They circle each other slowly. Minutes pass. Then the other T-Rex makes a decision. It turns and walks away. Our T-Rex watches it go, completely still, until the smell fades. Then it turns back toward its territory. It has won, without a single bite. Sometimes that is how it works.
As the sun begins to set, the world changes color again. The heat of the day fades. The sounds of the forest shift. The daytime animals grow quiet and the night creatures begin to stir. The T-Rex drinks from the river, lowering its massive head carefully to the water's edge. Drinking slowly, its eyes scanning in every direction as it does. Even the apex predator is careful at the water's edge. Then it begins to move back toward the valley where it started the day. T-Rex likely had a home range, a territory it knew intimately. Every path, every water source, every likely hiding spot for prey. Scientists estimate a single T-Rex territory might have covered hundreds of square kilometers. It knows this land. It has always known this land. As darkness falls, the T-Rex settles into the shallow valley once more, the same spot, or close to it. Large predators often return to familiar sleeping places. It circles once, a behavior inherited from its bird ancestors, and then slowly, with enormous effort, lowers itself to the ground. The sounds of the Cretaceous night close in around it. Insects, frogs, the distant call of something large moving through the trees. The T-Rex closes its eyes. Tomorrow it will hunt again. Tomorrow the world will be exactly the same, hot, violent, ancient, and alive. It has no idea what is coming. None of them do. 66 million years ago, the sky above this sleeping animal is clear and full of stars. One of those stars is a little brighter than it should be, and it is getting brighter every night. But that is a story for next time. This has been a day in the life of a T-Rex. One ordinary day in an extraordinary world, a world that existed for 165 million years and ended in a single afternoon. If you want to know what happened next, what that bright star in the sky really was, and what happened when it arrived, subscribe to Deep Time, because next week we go back to the last day, the very last day, of the dinosaurs.